but they'll be thinking, you know, of Worlds this is, they'd have been thinking like, oh, what a great performance, you know, when they dust themselves down and they get over that disappointment. Vatira and indeed Rise and Joyo as well, nothing of the sort. They would still be so hurt about what happened against Furia at that World Championships. And that is why when Vatira makes this decision to move over to Karmine Corp, everyone talks about the fact that it's, you know, a massive French org and he's French and it sort of makes sense in that regard. But he would not have done it if he didn't think that he, Exotic and Itachi could win a World Championship. That'll be all he's thinking about. We're seeing from Karmine Corp so far, they're capable of doing that. But oaly's 50-50 game, Stumpy, tell me about it.
oaly, you are filth incarnate. You get that free flip, you then get the flip reset, you then go to the floor, and then you pinch it alongside Itachi. Yes, please. That is a cracking start. 13 seconds of coming from the timeout Oxygen called, and they get a goal. That's exactly what the doctor ordered, and that is music to their ears, I am sure. Billy, you've done a good one.
I mean, that's the magic of a tactical timeout. If anybody watching this is ever struggling in ranked, walk away for 2 minutes, come back, you'll be better. I guarantee it.
And get Coach Billy to talk you through while you're back.
And absolutely get Coach Billy to talk you through. Great save there from Archie. Trapped on their own goal line for a second, are Oxygen, but they have managed to get it away well, but it only falls to Vatira, whose turn is it now to step up for Karmine Corp. It was almost Itachi, but that's a great touchdown from Oxygen. And suddenly Karmine Corp are being sent back, having to drive back to their own goal. There's a chance for Oxygen.
Open.
That's a powerful, man. Chat for a minute, you turn into a superhuman.
It was that corner bounce where Vatira just had to react nicely, and under the pressure of Jorias, he had to make something ugly from it. Archie following up in the shadow of Jorias. It's quite a big one, it's a tall lad, and he manages to squeak it in the opposite side. It was great pressure from Oxygen, and again, Cole, you were saying that KC were using their speed against them, and they were going even faster than Oxygen were. I think now we're really seeing that rise, where Oxygen are wanting to be the first to every single ball, to every single player, to make sure that they haven't got a single moment of peace.
Well, based on the evidence there, they also want to beat their teammates to the ball, which isn't quite as highly recommended.
Healthy competition.
That's what we'll call it. That's what Billy's saying right now. Itachi with a save, still shots coming in from Oxygen. Vatira's trapped in his corner. He does well to get away with the ball and force a 50-50 at the very least. But look how boost-starved he is. Can't do anything with it. Meanwhile, oaly's coming down. He's got plenty in the tank to play with. He's still going for bumps and demos on his way out. Case to get it away, but now it's so different. Every clearance is going to an Oxygen player. They have full boost control. Maybe that demo's going to change it.
oaly just respawning, suddenly has a ball to defend, and Vatira, he's got a ball to block. Going from that demo and immediately seeing Vatira barrel down on you is a little bit hellish. oaly, what else is he going to do? Vatira, my word, from the skies, he's the surprise.
I mean, oaly had only just spawned as well, so he got demoed, spawned back, saw the ball coming towards him, and thought, oh, what a lucky spawn. What a convenient moment that was. Luck's really on. Oh, Vatira just dunked me and he's going to score.
I wouldn't be surprised if Vatira was eclipsed by the ball as well. But Jorias, he wants to eclipse anything that we're seeing coming out of KC right now. A couple of great shots, but that defense yet again holding incredibly firm for KC.
Massive, massive saves. Just desperately knocking it to the side from the goal line. Oxygen desperately close to restoring their 2-goal lead. Archie from the wall, he jumps off, he gets his flip reset, wants to go over the top of Itachi, but it is the Moroccan that closes him down again. Jorias can't do anything there, so Karmine Corp having to do defending, they're doing it very well. It's Oxygen now that have to be careful, in my opinion, Stumpy, because they can so easily overcommit and give away this second goal, especially with double commits.
Yeah, double commits aren't ever going to be the solution, especially when KC are so as well put together as they currently are. That ball flicking over the top of Vatira, moving Jorias from the pitch. Archie can't beat out Exotic that time, and so Vatira is in the sky completely solo. But with that mess up on the ceiling, his reset was gained, but his position absolutely wasn't, as he just goes flying into that back corner.
Every time Vatira gets a dribble, he just gets it past at least one player while keeping the ball, sometimes two. He is looking terrifying right now for Karmine Corp. And Oxygen have to close him down as fast as possible. Do not let him get control of the ball on his car. At some point, he's going to do it, and it's going to lead to a goal for Karmine.
I mean, Vatira looks so authoritative. Whenever he has control of the ball, it's going wherever he wants it to. If there's someone in his way, he'll pop it high and then demo below. It's something that you don't get from many players, where they absolutely command respect on every touch that they make. And a great send down pitch by Exotic there to try and make up a little bit of ground. Final 90 seconds is going to be seeing... It's going to be opened rather by a push from Oxygen. That commit coming in, Vatira isn't able to get it too much further than just Exotic on his own back line. It's deadly, and it's time for KC to push. Otherwise, this game falls away from them, and then we go to 2-all. Oxygen would be very happy about that, especially as they continue to conform from those timeout stats.
Tira does have a chance to hit the ball cleanly now. Can he get over the top of Jory as he can? Archie's coming in to have another go. Gets it there for Oxygen. Nervous times for OXG. Archie wants to get this quick reset on the bump. Maybe it's past the oaly could maybe give them the breath they need, and he does it, and it all comes from Archie.
That's a sigh of relief as the insurance pays out. Itachi's bumped out of the way from the air dribble off Archie, and Oaly's got a completely free net. Takes it so safely that it bounces a little bit before it finds its way into 2-goal difference now. Oxygen are taking a bit more control of this game.
I'll tell you what, the one thing I've noticed, that every time Vatira gets the ball, players are cutting rotation in order to charge him down because of what we were saying earlier, how hot his dribbling was. That does mean that Oxygen aren't going to be able to just rotate this one away. They have to keep attacking the ball, so it's going to be difficult for Oxygen. 45 seconds is going to seem like a very long time to get back into this series, especially if the goal flies in now, but Joris has won it, teased Vatira in, spat him out, and made it 4-1 Oxygen.
Just perfect positioning from Joris there as double commit comes in. Oaly thankfully doesn't make a touch as far as Joris is concerned, because then it falls to him to just send it from his own half. KC has to send everything, otherwise they were going to lose it 3-1 regardless. It literally does not matter if you lose 3-1 or 4-1. You may as well try to make it 3-2 or 3-all at the minimum. So Oxygen looking very much like the people that are going to be walking away from this game a little bit happier, and that timeout from Billy has done brilliant work.
I mean, this is the first game in this series where Oxygen have looked like the Oxygen they have been in the rest of this tournament. They've been in control. Their touches have been finding each other, and it's not necessarily large swathes of control of the ball, like actually having it in possession. It's more the fact that when they try something, it tends to work. You know, they're racing their opponents to the ball and beating them, and they are just constantly living on the edge of scoring something scary. That was an Oxygen-style game. The room's been oxygenated as we now go to 2-2 in this best of 7.
Even as I think we would have expected it to be honest. Like, we thought this was going to be a very close series, whatever it was in the end. And with Karmine Corp and Oxygen going 2 apiece, it makes sense in my little monkey brain.